Welcome Angel, this is episode 4 of... no it's not. Welcome Angel, this is episode 5 of season 4. Very excited to see what's going to happen next as we dive back into the season. It's been a couple of weeks since we dived into Angel, because obviously the last cycle of reactions was all Buffy. So I'm excited to see where they're going to take the story next. Cordelia's forgotten lots, and she's hanging out with Connor. She feels safer with him, which is okay, I guess. And Lila and Wesley are still a thing. Shit is kind of being stirred with that. And yeah, lots of intriguing stuff going on so far this season, and I look forward to seeing, you know, that kind of develop and probably get a bit more complicated and complex as more and more stuff kind of happens. But yeah, I'm actually really enjoying the season so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. So let's get into the next one.
Supersymmetry.
P-dimensional subspace by Winifred Burkle.
Oh, cool.
You don't have to read it.
Erotic theories. The pictures are nice.
Erotic, was it?
Cordelia shacking up at your hell spawn. No offense. Sorry. I'm used to it.
Okay. Just remember you dumped him in the ocean.
Anything come back to him? Nothing about you. Can I go?
Please do.
I guess I just wanted all those people I looked up to. I wanted them to see me too.
I love seeing people get excited about things. It's wholesome.
Cheering you on, right?
Front row.
Surprise.
Oh look, a bribe.
Ew.
That's hopeful.
They seem to be butting heads lately. Now you'll have the advantage.
I have to leave, actually. But thank you, Lila, for the gift.
Not the helmet she wanted. Oh, he was reading it. Oh.
How come there's no picture of Angel?
Didn't see any.
Of course she didn't.
You know, you used to be a demon hunter. It's true. You're just out of practice.
A rogue demon hunter?
I'm
Look at
just
her with
honest.
the little glasses tucked away.
Oh, what if my theory's wrong? Professor Seidel!
I've got a theory.
Winifred.
No.
She thinks we're both stupid. I won't stand out as much.
He can be quite self-conscious, can't he? But can't blame him for not knowing what any of this is.
Highest standard of
Oh.
academic excellence.
This one just says open with joke, but I forgot to think of one. Of course, it's possible my theory will take care of that.
Aww.
There are... Physicists have long searched for a unifying theory. One that can account for both the behavior
She's gonna get
of small
jealous.
subatomic conditions with dual open strings that are T-transformed. This in turn leads to the conclusion that strings can only end in p-dimensional
Oh, shit.
mechanical...
Oh, what the fuck? Get away. Oh. Oh. What are you doing?
You're fine.
Oh.
If I were gonna kill the twig, would I do it in a room full of people and then make a conspicuous getaway so I looked extra suspicious?
That videotape sounds like vintage Wolfram and Hart.
I kind of see that point.
This is NP. Where NP
Oh,
is
is she
no
writing on walls again? Oh no.
time. This is NP.
There'll be a lot to be reminded of.
He probably thinks
That you're incredibly brilliant, just like I do.
he can't see me, not like this.
Hold up, Lila was there? Not a huge leap thinking she opened the portal.
Angel has a mind palace.
The guy wearing a tan t-shirt said thwack.
He's in iCarly.
Because when my girl's not happy, I'm not happy.
Oh my.
Is he gonna hurt me?
I've been holding on to something for you.
Should I trust her? Should I trust him?
I have another life now.
Sounds like a life you stumbled into, not one you chose.
Doesn't make it
Because
bad.
Brennan chose me.
But I know what I see right now.
An angel.
A very talented young woman who deserves to live in the world she was meant for.
Maybe she's in the world she was meant for.
There are whole forums on you and chat rooms, man. Who knew you actually, like, existed?
They talk about me in the chatty rooms?
Chatty rooms.
You really should read Quantum Crypto.
I do like those reminders that Angel's like super old.
Professor Seidel.
Uh-oh. He's dodgy.
He's the son of a bitch that sent me to Pylea.
What?
Jesus.
We're gonna get this guy.
Count on it.
I didn't think there'd be like an origin to that.
No. He's gonna die.
Oh shit. I mean, she did go through hell.
I idolized him, and he sent me to hell. Me and God knows how many others who didn't make it back. So sure, I'll calm down when he's dead.
Fred, a few years ago,
Oh,
I
boy.
was the guy myself.
Whatever you do now, it's nothing compared to how it'd be afterward.
He knows.
Talking about goes against everything you believe in. Can I have the axe?
It's like they talked about, she's in like a different world now, really. He doesn't need to kind of control this new one she's in.
We gotta get to him before Fred changes her mind, because vengeance, it can get ugly.
Vengeance. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Angel and Gunn want me to be all sweetness and...
Oh man, okay.
Cute little
Oh
friend. She'll
shit.
turn the other cheek like a good girl.
Oh, I don't know if this is a good idea.
Professor Seidel.
Once you've acted, you can't go back. You have to live with your actions forever.
He's a serial killer.
All right then.
Damn.
I'm sure we'll find an appropriate solution.
Wesley's already kind of an outcast now, so he might as well just go for it. Uh-oh. Shit. Son of a bitch. Nice.
I did that. Oh, I did
No! Stop it! What the fuck?
And I'm asking if she wants Coco. Stupid.
She's gonna kill him.
If he doesn't kill her first. You know where she went.
Look, I'm faster on my own.
Go, I'll meet you there.
She'll be okay.
I'm gonna give him exactly what he deserves. Thanks to you.
Is it bad I've actually kind of missed seeing them interact?
You don't have any evidence on me. You can't.
Oh, but I can. And when I'm done, I'm guessing there's gonna be a full.
Why don't you let him grab the book? Oh, hello.
You know what they say about payback? Well, I'm the bitch.
Okay, I like that. Wow. Don't cut back to this. I don't want any more.
How about some more training? Then tomorrow we can.
Connor. We need to talk.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, put the child in his place, please. I mean, I guess she doesn't really remember him and the fact that she, you know, he was a baby. But
I don't know who I am. Much less where I belong or who with.
Angel.
Picture over there when you're a baby. It's only 8 months old. There's a lot I need to figure out.
You're going back to him, aren't you?
Oh my god. How dare you go back to the man you actually love?
Five years of pain and suffering in a hell dimension will make a girl capable of a lot of things.
Oh man.
Come on, I'm holding your head.
Hell.
Clive Mott. Shive Mott. Clive Mott.
Oh shit. Oh.
Go away, Charles! You asked me not to kill him and I'm not! Not exactly.
Sure you are.
Loophole.
You don't know what it was like!
He's trying to save you though.
I promise we'll stop him. We'll find some other way.
Oh.
What happened to the professor?
It's taken care of.
Oh, he did it so she didn't have to. Fuck. Okay, I didn't see that coming.
Sucked into his own portal. Wish I could have seen his face.
Yeah. I'm gonna...
It was a bit like... Oh.
We were friends. I know that.
Hell yeah.
Not just from the pictures, but I'm still her. She didn't need protecting, and neither do I. So no more lies.
She had those instincts before when they got attacked by Wolfman Heart people.
Were we in love?
Oh, don't end it there. Okay, really good episode. I really liked this one a lot. I mean, as soon as I realised it was kind of going to be Fred-centric, I was like, okay, I'm on board. Because that's always going to be a way of winning me over with an episode. But there was so much interesting stuff going on. So many different kind of character pairings and happenings, be it good or bad. But yeah, I really liked this one a lot. I like the focus on Fred kind of getting back into physics and them kind of exploring the two different worlds she was a part of before she went to Pylea and when she came back and kind of joined the group and everything, and you know, who she could have been, who she may or may not be one day, and just how much she could change if she like went through with killing the professor guy and stuff like that. And that's going to lead to some interesting stuff, I think, with her and Gunn. Didn't seem to be particularly buddy old pal between them, I guess, at the end. Going to bed without a word. So is that going to cause a bit of a rift between them? Is that going to be something they need to work through? I imagine so. And that's a tough one. But I like that they kind of had that kind of as a way of exploring them, you know. Hopefully they can work through it, power through it. We'll have to wait and see. But I think it's an interesting way of putting a potential divide between them. And again, you can see kind of all sides of it, because I can't even imagine what those 5 years must have felt like to Fred. It must have felt a lot longer, and it must have been absolute hell. And I can see she probably had some very dark days and dark moments, and that would have really changed and shaped her. And when she found out that, you know, someone was directly responsible for that, and it was someone she really looked up to and trusted, and was a big part of her life before Pylea, I can get why she felt so betrayed, and like, well, why she sees Red and wants him dead. But then, you know, when Angel and Gunn kind of talk to her, say, you know, we could lose you if you do this, she does go to Wesley for help and stuff, but she has made the decision not to kill him herself. So she has kind of, in a way, taken on board what they've said, but not entirely. So she wasn't going to directly murder him. She was going to, like, send him to another kind of dimension, and he'd almost certainly die there. Or maybe not, because she didn't die when she got sent away, but, you know, I could see why she may have wanted to do that. And Wesley probably gave her the idea for that. But also I can see Gunn's point of view, where I don't think you would possibly know how much being responsible for someone's death like that would change you, and you wouldn't know unless you did it, so why risk it? And he didn't want to lose her to some darkness and something that he, I think, wanted her to have moved on from. But I like them kind of exploring the almost PTSD of that, when she had that portal open in front of her again, reliving all those traumatic memories, going back to writing on the walls, which, you know, they kind of addressed last season, that kind of impact it must have on her. I like that it hasn't entirely gone away, and, you know, it could be triggered again, all those kind of emotions she went back to. And Gunn wouldn't want to lose that, so he kind of took on the burden himself, I guess, of killing him so she didn't have to, because then she might lose a part of herself and lose something that he loves so much about her. Which is interesting, because earlier in the episode Fred was saying to Wesley, you know, Gunn could never do it. That's what I love about him. So now he's gone there and done that. Is that going to test that love she has? Is that going to be a break for them? I don't know. It's an interesting thing, and I like how they kind of explored that. Hopefully that's going to be a big kind of focus for those two going forward, because, you know, it means they get some screen time together. And yeah, that's a very interesting dynamic that I can see both sides of. I mean, my gut was telling me I think Gunn was in the right there to be like, you know, don't let this consume you, and especially with Angel saying it as well, you know, revenge isn't good for you in that sense. And then we had Wesley's point of view on that, and he was like, oh yeah, let's get some vengeance, sure. But he did make sure you can back out of this, you know, you will have to live with it, because, you know, Wesley himself is living with everything with Connor last season, and he thinks that's completely isolated himself from the group and he can never go back to how things used to be. I'm not entirely sure that's the case, but obviously that's how his mind is going and working. And I think that's his own way of kind of punishing himself for it for the rest of his life, is not allowing himself to be part of Angel's investigations anymore. Because even though Angel was like, you know, we're cool, Wesley still keeps himself at that distance because he's still punishing himself, I think. And he tried to make sure Fred was aware of that before anything really went down. But it was cool to see Fred and Wesley reunite and work together a bit more, have some scenes together, because I have missed that dynamic of him having scenes with Fred. I miss, you know, him and Charles being really good friends as well, and him and Angel, of course, him and Cordelia. I have missed those kind of scenes, so it was nice to get a bit of that interaction. So yeah, that's a complicated thing, but I'm really fascinated to see where they're going to explore it a bit further. Because I'm not really sure anyone's particularly right or wrong in that situation. I mean, I don't think Gunn should have snapped his neck and then just let him drop into the portal. But I can see why he wanted to make sure that Fred, you know, saw this guy die. So she wouldn't always be wondering, like, oh, what if? And that would be hanging over her. What if he has survived somehow, and then she probably wouldn't get over it. But in that same way, he's kind of denied her of what she wanted, but should she have gotten what she wanted in the first place? Very complicated thing, and I really, really like them kind of exploring that and seeing where that could go. But exploring, like, Fred writing this paper, physics, all that jazz, another big aspect of a character. I like them really kind of addressing that again. How Gunn kind of felt a bit distant from that world. Now he may be distant from Fred herself as well as the world around her. The fact that Wesley came to see her speech and read her article and stuff, because I think he clearly still holds a bit of a candle for her. You could see the way he was looking at her during her speech, and Lila getting a bit jealous of that, following him there. She wasn't even like the cause of the port or anything, she was just there because Wesley was there, kind of stalking him. So another complexity to their kind of relationship. She clearly is, you know, very fond of him, probably has a lot of feelings for him now, and I'm sure Wesley has some shred of feelings for Lila as well, but obviously I think Fred still kind of has a lot of his heart. That could change, we'll have to wait and see, but I don't know. But I do like, I still do like the idea of Fred and Wesley. I also quite enjoy watching Wesley and Lila, but I don't think they're good for each other, but they are fun to watch. Like Lila bringing him that helmet and stuff, that's funny. Trying to apologise. So there is some care there for Wesley from Lila's point of view. I don't think she wants to actively show it that often, but interesting stuff with those two. And yeah, Angel having his say about vengeance and stuff, because he kind of knows he was kind of consumed by it before as well. You know, like season 2 had a lot of that being explored, so I liked that a lot. And I did enjoy the twist of the professor kind of sending all these people away to Pylia, and kind of toxic masculinity, I suppose, I could explore with him. He's jealous of people, it seems to be, you know. He likes having women around him who seemingly aren't as smart as him, because he likes to feel powerful and likes to have power over people. And if they are threats to him and his intelligence, he'll send them to hell dimensions. So what a dick. Not entirely sad that he's dead, because he did kind of deserve it, but was his death worth it in the long run is going to be the question, I think. But I did like that twist with that, and that we had an origin for why Fred got taken to Pylia in the first place, when just like this portal just randomly opened and stuff like that, because she was like reading these words. There was like an actual person who did that to her, which was interesting, and I wasn't expecting anything like that for like that origin, so that was interesting and I liked that a lot. Seeing Lorne recovering briefly as well, it's always fun to see him. And then the Cordelia and Connor stuff. Connor was a bit of a brat in the start. I wasn't a big fan of that. Trying to rub it in Angel's face again that Cordelia's living with him, and I don't know, it was weird. Like, why did he think it was okay to bring back pictures of everyone but Angel, including a picture of him when he was a baby 8 months ago, and give it to Cordelia to hang up? And then he's surprised when she was like, you know what, we shouldn't have kissed. You're going to go back to him, aren't you? Yes, she should. Because she loves him, Connor. Sit down. Get back in your crib. So yeah, that was odd. An odd choice. I can see that Cordelia doesn't entirely remember like their relationship or anything. And maybe it's hard for her to actively always be aware that, you know, I kind of raised this kid for his first few weeks or months, whatever, when he was born. And that was only 8 months ago. Now I'm snogging him. That's probably not good and a bit icky. I mean, I get Connor's like of age and everything, and I think I always think Cordelia's a bit older than she actually is. Because I don't think Cordelia's even that old entirely, is she? I think she's probably around like 20 or early 20s. So it's not like there's like the biggest age gap in the world, and it's like, what the hell are you doing? It's still just kind of icky because of the origins of it and Connor being a baby. So that was a strange choice in terms of writing for her to do that. Why couldn't they just have a nice friendship and that can cause something? Because she still leans more towards that friendship with Connor than the friendship with Angel. That could keep them apart still. It was very weird to add the romance element into it, and he was like checking her out, I think, at the start of the episode, and then she kissed him and he's like, well, that clearly means I can just wrap my arms around her and suggest we go training. Like, relax, buddy. So that was odd. I did like him trying to get her back into like the fighting spirit and stuff, because she did, you know, train and fought demons and stuff like that as a means of like allowing her to become a bit more of like herself. I liked that aspect of it. When they made it all icky and gross, I was like, no thank you. So I wasn't a big fan of that side of things, but then maybe they did it just so she could go back to Angel and it could lean more into that again, which I'm more on board with than ever before. Especially after that disgustingness that they can get away from. That was... And when she was like, we'll be in love. I like that she's kind of had a romantic interaction with someone else, and that's kind of spurred her to ask that question. Her gut just knows, so I'm hoping we get a bit more exploration of that in the future as well. But I liked what she was kind of saying, you know, I can look after myself, I have these instincts, don't protect me. That honesty hopefully can get us closer to getting the real Cordelia back. So overall, really, really great episode. I really enjoyed it a lot. Loved the Fred and Gunn kind of stuff, testing that. Wesley being brought into the fold, Lila being jealous. The Cordelia and Connor stuff, no. But I liked the aspect of him like trying to train her, just not where they went after that. And yeah, some really interesting character stuff there that I can't wait to see them explore a bit more. And my next reaction will be to the next episode of Angel, so excited for that. And yeah, until then, thanks for watching.